What's up guys, Fernando here and I'm back with another video. So this past weekend I just had my Cyber Monday, Black Friday sale on Silver League and a lot of my personal favorite items sold. And it kind of got me thinking about just thinking back at the past items that I've had, thinking which ones I regret selling the most. And there has been a few where over like the past 9 months of Silver League, I've obviously had items that I've really enjoyed myself, but there's also a part of owning the store where I want to have you guys get a chance to get your hands on them. So that is why I regret selling some of this stuff, but I'm hoping in the future I'm able to find some of these. Now this video is actually sponsored by the people over at Squarespace. Now Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that you can use to build your online presence or start and run your business. Starting off with number 10, I'm gonna kind of try and number them all the way up to the one I regret selling the most. So number 10 is my Undercover Peace Not Compromise jacket. Now, biggest reason why I regret selling it is one, money-wise, I pretty much only made like $100, which for reselling, it's not that great, but of course, I just want to be able to pass some of the clothes on. Another reason I regret selling is because back right before when I started Silver League, I saw it at a pop-up shop and I really wanted the jacket, but obviously I couldn't afford to buy it at the time, so that's kind of like a sentimental value that I kind of had to the jacket. And once I found it, I didn't wear it as much because I had it in the summer, but looking back, right now I only have like a couple jackets and I haven't even received them yet, so definitely would have been nice to keep that. That's why I have a jacket in particular I'm not willing to let go, so hopefully I never do, but that is the Undercover scab jacket. So coming in at number 9 is these Undercover Klaus cargos. Now I had one of my more outlandish outfits in this pair of pants, and I actually got some pretty good wear out of them. Now I usually stay pretty subtle in my bottom choice as far as daily wear goes, but I surprisingly got enough wear out of these considering that they are navy, and the actual fit on them was pretty good on me. And another piece was kind of some sentimental value. This is one of my very first archive pieces that I got my hands on, so kind of regret selling those because I actually got some good wear. And once again, just tying back to the sentimental value. Coming in at number 8 is the Gan-Ryu contrast stitch jacket. Now, I've not come across this ever since I sold it. One, that's one of the reasons I regret selling it. Two, it fit me pretty well. It was a little bit snug, but considering it was just a shirt jacket, and I never really saw myself buttoning it up fully anyways. Part of the reason I did sell it was because it was slightly small and I thought I'd be able to find a bigger size, but that has not happened yet. And thirdly, it was navy and it was kind of hard to style, but at the same time, I don't really mind wearing navy with black, so I don't know, it's not the craziest piece. It was more so just a piece that I could wear pretty often. And recently I haven't really had that many pieces that I can get like daily wear out of, so. So coming in at number 7, I think it is the Rick Owens mainline Creech cargos. Now, I just showed them in a video not too long ago and I already sold them. So now this is my second pair of Creech cargos and I have yet to keep a pair for myself. And surprisingly, as far as cargos go, there's not that many pairs I like aside from the Klaus cargos I just mentioned, and these just fit super well. They did have a bit more of a they did have a bit more of an exaggerated drop crotch on them, which is part of the reason I sold them, but it didn't really bother me too much. I kind of wore them higher waisted. Now, I only got my hands on them for about a month before I sold them. It was nice to be able to sell them at a sale price, so whoever got those, I hope they enjoy them because I definitely enjoy them for like the 2 weeks I had them. So just a clean pair of cargos. As far as the pieces I like to keep, it usually ends up being the less crazy stuff for some reason. So coming in at number 7 is probably the only pair of Vans I've ever enjoyed wearing, and that's actually the Elix Vans. I got those, I think it was the first week that they dropped at Dover Street in New York, so I did pay retail, and when I first bought them, I kind of regretted it because it was like $180 just for a pair of Vans. But these were the OG Style 36, which was different than my normal old schools I had prior to those, which I never really liked the look of on me personally. And that's just kind of my thing with Vans. I just don't think they look right on me for some reason. I'm sure it's just like personal thing. I'm sure from the outside it looks normal. But when I did have the Elix Vans, for some reason I just thought they fit a little bit better. The one thing was I got them at size 8.5 because they didn't have a size 9. So they were kind of cutting off my circulation. So I decided to let them go because I think I just didn't get enough wear out of them, and they did start to resell. So coming in at number 5 is the Undercover Futura Camo Vest. Now, probably the only reason I regret selling it is, one, I got that at the same time I bought the Klaus cargos, and not gonna lie, when I first bought those 2 pieces, I pretty much ran through like a lot of the money I had at the time because I was pretty broke. So when I checked out, I felt kind of guilty, but now looking back, now that I could keep it, I do kind of regret selling it. So that's part of it. Another reason, I did get one of my favorite outfit photos in that vest, but outside of that, I just didn't really see myself wearing it. I think it was just too busy for me personally, but I did enjoy looking at it. So coming in at number 4 is that Undercover Anarchy work jacket. Now, it was just way too snug in the arms, so I couldn't really justify keeping it considering I had my CDG split logo work jacket that was giving me a pretty similar option to wear. However, looking back, I think it would have been smart to keep that just because I don't really have any pattern jackets, and the ones I have on the way are all pretty much just black. So definitely would have been smart to keep this. I sold that considering that it was a little bit too small on me. I think I had a medium and I thought I'd be able to find a large, but I just have not been able to find it. So hopefully eventually it comes up, and then hopefully I don't sell that one too. So coming in at number 3 is a number 9 double skull velour track jacket. I don't really know why I sold it. It definitely suited my personal style in my opinion. And I just think that the size 3, this one actually fit me pretty well. So that was kind of surprising. I bought it assuming it wouldn't fit me, but I ended up liking it a lot more than I thought. However, with most of this stuff, it is intended for the store. So I did not get to keep that. Hopefully eventually I can find one to keep for the personal, but it's not looking too hot right now. Coming in at number 2 is the number 9, another double skull piece, the number 9 Clash double skull hoodie. Now, this is actually the OG one. Now, this is the only time I've actually seen the original one. The more common iteration of this, I don't even know if it's an iteration, it's not the double skull, but it's the, I'm forgetting the name of it. It's the zip up hoodie with a skull in the chest and a skull in the sleeve. I really don't like how the number 9 zip up hoodies fit. I just think they're a little bit too slim, at least for me personally. But this one, I believe this is when number 9 was still occasionally printing on blanks, at least for their hoodies, just because I don't think they really would have made a hoodie that fit true to size. I got it in a size 3, and the old blanks they had is similar to my number 9 School of Visual Comedy I bought about a year ago, which is just a wider shoulder and a pretty short body. Now, I usually stray away from those fits just because they're a little bit more, I want to say Gosha-esque, which has never really worked on my body type in my opinion, but having struggled to come across this ever again since I sold it, it's not looking too hot, and I'm hoping I can find it because I don't really have that many hoodies. I usually end up selling them all because it's hard to find a hoodie that actually fits. So coming in at the number 1 spot, the heavy hitters, the Comme des Garçons Homme plus Rolling Stones trousers. Now, there are a few variations of this. I believe there's a velour version. Personally, I think I had the best version. They fit me perfect in the waist. It was more of a woven knit. Definitely fell into my style pretty well. However, for how expensive they felt when I wore them, I just couldn't really justify keeping them. Looking back, I don't really know if I'd get as much wear of it as I thought originally. However, just having them in my possession was definitely nice to have, which is why I definitely felt like it was worth keeping. So those are the 10 items I regret selling the most. I've actually been starting to invest a little bit more into my personal wardrobe because recently I've just been pretty much wearing the same t-shirts and pants for about months, so I think it's about time where I actually get to keep a few things here and there, and it's a few exciting things on the way that I've been hunting after for quite some time. So those will be coming, I believe, tomorrow, so hopefully in next week's video. Before I end the video, I did want to talk to you guys a little bit more about Squarespace. So I'll be sure to link Squarespace down below. Now, Squarespace is an all-in-one platform where you can either build a resume, which I still yet to do, but I definitely need to do that in the future. And as far as building your web store, it's definitely a lot more user-friendly than other competitors out there. Now, personally, in my experience, it's a lot easier to add products, upload content revolving around your brand or store, whatever you may be doing on the website. It's a lot easier to use. You don't have to know code whatsoever, which in the past, dealing with other platforms, you definitely have to Google around and figure out your way to use the platform. So definitely a lot more user friendly, a lot easier to get into, and definitely just lowers the overall barrier as far as getting started, which I know is definitely something that stops a lot of people out there. So yeah, I'll be linking Squarespace at the top of the description down below. And if you guys are ready to start a web store, start a new brand, we just started NKSD, we did it through Squarespace. So if you guys are interested, you guys can use my code Fernando for 10% off. And yeah, that's the video for today, guys. If you guys have anything you guys regret selling, I know at this point everyone's either a reseller or you're a liar. So let me know what you guys regret selling. There's definitely more I regret. However, these are just the ones that stood out to me personally. I have a few more videos on the way, so stay tuned. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Appreciate you for watching. Peace.
You niggas bogus, I see them posing. I used to say YOLO, trap on motor road. Just left the bank, I need a bet to hold it. The streets like a phone, cause all we ride is horses. I get a bitch like Keisha over belly. Police got dogs and they can't